send it out right now in the group me?
I mean, the voting link's out there. In the,
I just like I don't want to sit down because I feel like I'm gonna have to get back up again. Do I have time to go fill up my water?
Do we have paper towels on our sheets?
We have napkins. If you need a paper towel, I would head to the PR. I'm sitting down.
Hey, can we get some mops in here?
Yes.
Great. Please.
No, I'm gonna like.
Some Luke Combs or some Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
they pull over Spotify.
Or Post Malone and Morgan Wallen have a brand new song. It's really good.
A new song?
No, I'm just gonna put on the Banquet playlist.
Really? Huh.
I don't know, let's take my time.
And you can use the Banquet playlist all next year.
Yes. Where is the shovel? Okay. So it's just not.
This fruit is so good.
What can you do?
That's okay. At least we got something. We need to figure out next year how to get into those speakers. What an atmosphere.
I think it's on there.
Oh.
Like on the little tablet.
Oh boy.
Hello. What's up?
Tired.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It's ending. I mean, it's coming to an end, so like I can't be so upset. Just doing a little side stuff.
I'm so ready for tonight.
It's gotta be.
I feel you.
Cause like what else?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
What a dummy. I mean, I love all my
Before we
senators.
put him on a bounty. Hey.
Alright, well, we just need one more people.
Miranda said she's coming. Senator reports. Miranda. Oh, you guys? She just emailed Kat.
Senator reports, where's mine?
I got one, Alex.
This doesn't look too bad.
But they're down the Boston office. You can grab one.
Purple. Purple's for 10.
I know. And I created tenure, so why would I not? So.
I think I should get one too.
And I voted for 10 years, so why wouldn't I get one?
I think that I supported it. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not coming.
Every approved thing that you're signed on, you should get a cord. Because I swear that you guys made me sign anything that was handed to me.
That's fair.
I was like,
Oh, wow.
we hit quorum too.
Is it banging? Is it bopping?
Well, now it's off. Oh, it's back? Oh, it's off.
I don't like that.
Oh, because I needed it.
Oh, that'll do it.
We're at quorum too.
Really? Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on. There are like 3 frogs playing right now. I don't know what's happening. Yep, we're done. We're done. No more music.
What did you do?
Oh shit, I need to send
Reading material?
minutes materials. I need to send it to Shay. Like most recent email.
Do we get started?
My most recent email from Alex. Where the hell are his emails?
He printed out. He printed out the makeup, which is fine. Sorry, that's like my dying wish. It was like,
No, I know, me too.
I tried to get a cake, but it was too late on Sunday when I realized. So I apologize.
Well, that would have been cool.
I wanted to get the USA seal on it. It like needs 24 hours or 48.
Makes sense.
Hey, none of these are working. Except for this one. Yeah, it is on. All right, gang, before we get started, if y'all want to sign in on the link, Kylie's about to pull up the QR code. Yes. And then we'll get started. Thank you so much. Testing. All right. Yep. No.
Okay. So.
Alrighty. Yeah, no matter. All right, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Final Senate meeting of the year. Are y'all pumped? Let's do it. All right, so we got to get started with adopting our adopting the agenda, which was sent to you all on Tuesday and is in the Teams. Do I have a motion on the floor to adopt the agenda? Thank you. Beautiful. There's the agenda. It's a very light agenda, y'all. All right, let's vote on adopting the agenda. Beautiful.
You can trust me, sir. I just gave you the.
Beautiful. All right, so we also need to adopt the previous minutes from the last meeting. Those were also sent out on Sunday. Do I have a motion? Thank you. Why are you over there, Jungwoo? All right, vote. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're rolling. We're gonna get out of here so quick. All right. Unfinished business for the day. It is second reading of the budget for next year, so I am going to invite up Henry and Nico to present. In his Arsenal kit, even though they lost.
All right, so we had our first reading last Senate meeting, and now we're just going to answer any questions and go over a couple minor changes. Those changes that we have made are we anticipated getting a little more into FOB funds than we were able to do. So we have lowered the, if you want to scroll down, from the 14,000 to 12,000. So we just moved a few things around. Does anybody have any questions, concerns? Yes, we got less money from SAFOB than anticipated.
Y'all can make a motion too if you want.
Great.
Did you ever take a motion like that?
Sure.
Who's taking minutes? Did you get the names? Beautiful. All right.
We're good? Okay, just wanted to say one thing. Also, I'm leaving the position. Just wanted to say good luck with all of you guys and everything. Have a wonderful time next year. I'm rooting for you guys, so yeah.
Thank you. All right, give it up for Nico and Henry. All right, so is there any further discussion on the budget? All right, then let's vote. Again. Motion carries, y'all. The budget for next year is passed. See, that doesn't have to be painful. Budget slay. All right, so next up in new business, we are doing our debate for Speaker of the Senate for next year. For that, I'm going to invite up O'Brien. Woo!
Alrighty, y'all. So I don't know about you all. However, I truly do believe this, as long with inauguration, are two of the most exciting points, I feel, in our sessions here, because this is the times where you all literally get to choose directly who you want to lead and serve as your voice throughout the upcoming year in organization, right? So for those that are unclear, the Speaker of the Senate, their role is to serve as the chief liaison between senators and cabinet members, okay? So pretty much their job is to ensure that your perspectives are well represented while cabinet members are discussing things that have to do with the organization or discussing during our fall retreat and cabinet retreat. Your Speaker of the Senate's job is to ensure, one, that you are supported, but also two, that we are always thinking of your perspective. So any questions as it relates to the Speaker? Because I want you to have a full understanding of what the Speaker does, because you are about to elect your next year's Speaker of the Senate, which is very, very exciting. Any questions? Okay, so along with that, what we are going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and invite up two candidates up for our Speaker of the Senate, which are right behind me. So we're going to go ahead and give them a round of applause, Chloe and Crystalia. You already got it. Okay, perfect.
We're set up. We're ready to go.
We're ready to do it. Okay, so how this debate will work out is we're going to give our candidates an opportunity to introduce themselves with a 2-minute opening statement. After that 2-minute opening statement, each candidate will have the opportunity to answer our questions directly. There'll be 3 questions, and they'll have 2 minutes to answer each question directly. After they answer each of those direct questions, we're going to close it off with a 1.5-minute closing statement, and then each candidate will also have a 60 seconds for rebuttal according to each other's statements. Now, once we are down to 60 seconds, you will see us raise our hand. So that's how you know you have 60 seconds left before we end off your time with the timer. Any questions from the candidates? Any questions from our senators? All right, perfection. What's that? Also, the best part about this process as well is that not only will they be able to debate, but you also are going to elect your speaker and find out who your speaker is starting at the end of this debate. Okay, so you get real time, you guys will vote, and then you will see your speaker. So you also have an opportunity to connect with your speaker at the end of this session. Perfect.
Amazing.
Amazing, perfect. And also kick off with the first question.
No. Let's get started, y'all.
All right, so do you want to go ahead and get us started with our opening statement? Chloe, you have 2 minutes.
Here. Hello? Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Chloe Ebert. I am sure you guys know me. I am the current Vice President for Issues and Policy for the Undergraduate Student Senate. I sit right here. And I am serving for the rest of the semester before handing my position over to Lindsay. So congratulations, Lindsay. And I just want to say, first of all, Crystalia, I am so excited to be debating against you. You are a wonderful person, and you are just such a light to the Issues and Policies Committee. And I am so excited for either one of us to be in this position. I think that you will do a really good job. I mean, I was just up here what feels like a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, debating to be the new Vice President for Issues and Policy. And so I feel like now that I have this experience, I am going to carry many of the values that I talked about at that time into the role of speaker for next year. And so I'm very excited to pick up where Kira left off. And, hi Kira. And I am going to do my best to sort of serve with the dual perspective that I have now as being both a senator and having served on cabinet to be the speaker. And the speaker is the chief liaison between the cabinet members and the Senate itself. And so I think that that is a really exciting opportunity for me to take on. And yeah, I look forward to the debate. Thank you.
Crystalia, you got 2 minutes.
All right. First, I want to say thank you so much, Chloe. You've done amazing in this position so far. You were just everything we needed in the Issues and Policy Committee, and I appreciate you so much for your kind words. And I just want to start by introducing myself. My name is Crystalia Lang. I'm an upcoming sophomore, and I am a senator for the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences. And I just want to say it's an honor to stand before all of you today as I work to gain your vote for Speaker of the Senate. I really think that as we get closer to a new phase and a new semester in our work, it's really important that I want you all to understand that as Speaker, my priorities would lie in connectivity, clear communication, and transparency between the Cabinet and the Senate body. I believe that a strong commitment to this is really essential to the functionality of how we run things. I don't think our job is just to meet in this room. I think that our job lies in representing the students and what they need and making sure that our work reflects that. And I think that's impossible when there's confusion or misunderstandings or things aren't clearly communicated between the Cabinet and the Senate body. And I want to make sure that in the future we have a lot of clear communication and that we all feel represented and that we all feel empowered to speak up to the Cabinet and towards the Senate body. And I want to be able to be the first point of contact that you all can come to and someone that you feel comfortable enough to talk to, and I want to build connections with all of you. So yeah, I want to work towards creating open dialogues, I want to work towards transparency, and I want to work towards just building a connected Senate. And yeah, thank you all so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Crystalia. Thank you, both of the candidates. All right, we're going to turn over to the questions. And just so you all know, the questions have not been shared with the candidates in advance. So, first question, I'm going to start with Crystalia. What have you done during your time as a senator that you are most proud of? You have 2 minutes.
All right, hi again. I am most proud of my most recent project, even though it kind of ended up in a dead end. I worked with a student that was really concerned about the fact that there wasn't an expansive enough Korean language program, and he was really upset about this, so he emailed the department himself, and he didn't get a response. And after a lot of trying, I finally got a response, and I wasn't able to get a meeting, but I was able to bring the student a lot of comfortability in the future plans that we could have in the department, and I was able to give him a lot of clarity on why we couldn't have a Korean language program. And I think that communication really settled him, and it empowered him also to be able to speak up for himself, and through that, I was able to connect with the department personally, and I talked to one of the advisors in that department. And in the future, for future reference, there might be a possibility that we do have a Korean language program. It's something that we have to keep working on, but I'm super excited about that probability. So thank you.
Chloe, same question to you. You've got 2 minutes. What have you done during your time as a senator that you are most proud of?
Thank you. I think that what I've done as a senator that I'm most proud of, aside from the different projects that I've worked on, is actually the connections that I've made with the different senators and advisors and cabinet members here in Senate. As you guys know, we've been through a lot of, I would say, turmoil in the past year or two, and I believe that I have connected strongly with many senators who have a variety of different viewpoints on different issues. And honestly, communicating with them and hearing their opinions on different things that we vote on in Senate has been extremely beneficial for me and has sort of helped me be a better representative, a better senator to my constituents as a whole. And so I believe that, yeah, above all else, you know, above any other projects, the communication that I have had with you guys has sort of like made me a stronger person, advocate for my constituents better, and really make change in the Senate. Because the Senate meetings, as Crystalia said, it's not just about showing up and then leaving. It's about showing up, really listening to what's going on, really participating, deliberating on issues, and then voting in a way that best meets the needs of the student body. And so I believe that I have genuinely been able to help the student body with my vote by being able to connect with all of you guys as student leaders.
All right, For our second question, we'll go right on back to you, Chloe. So how would you best bridge the gap between cabinet and Senate so the chamber can work as efficiently as possible as speaker?
I think I would best bridge the gap between senators and cabinet by being just a really open resource for senators, along with my experience of having served on cabinet. I've been a senator since fall of 2023, and I can understand for all the senators out there just how nerve-wracking it is to talk to cabinet members sometimes, especially ones that you might not know as well as others. It can be, you know, a little, you might be nervous going up. You might think, am I talking to the right person about this issue? Or are they going to appreciate what I have to say? You know, am I going to say something incorrectly? You know, what is the scope of what they're working on, and will what I have to say, you know, fit in with what they're working on? And so now that I have the experience of being both a senator and a cabinet member, I can really understand and appreciate both the scope and functions of cabinet as well as Senate. And so I will be able to direct senators, not only as a senator, but as someone who was previously on cabinet, but is now back on their level of how best they can communicate with cabinet and how they can make sure that their issues are being heard, and really just sort of being a person to trust that can communicate with cabinet in general. And so I think that me being available to the senators will be really helpful. I'm a very open, very communicative person. I plan to meet with every single senator at least one point during each semester so that we are really able to get to know each other, what projects we're working on, and sort of just keeping in touch with every single senator who is in Senate and making sure that they have the right connections with cabinet, just sort of easing that transition, that communication. And I think that that will be most helpful to make sure that we're functioning in an efficient way where senators aren't not bringing things up to cabinet members because they're too nervous about what might happen afterward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chloe. Crystalia, same question. How would you best bridge the gap between cabinet and Senate as speaker so the chamber can work as efficiently as possible? You have 2 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much. I value everything that Chloe said. I think connecting and being an open resource is really important, but I do want to take that a bit further and say that I want to take the initiative to connect with each and every one of you as much as possible, and not just surface level. I want us to connect so that you all feel comfortable enough to come to me with any problem that you have, any disagreements that you might have, anything that I can resolve conflict-wise, any projects that you have that you need help with. I want to be able to connect all of you, and that's for both cabinet and for the Senate body. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable being able to talk to cabinet and then sitting and not being able to solve a problem. I want to be not only an open resource, but I want to take that initiative to connect with all of you, because as this being my first or second semester as a senator, I did get elected in October. It was nerve-wracking being here at first, and I understand that, and I empathize with that so much. I empathize with not wanting to be able to talk to the cabinet members if you have a problem or if you have something wrong. But I do want to bridge that gap between all of you and be able to make it more comfortable for you to talk to one another, even if I'm the liaison between that. I just want us all to be more connected and make communication flow more freely. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, final question, y'all, and I'll start with you, Crystalia, again. Why do you feel you are the best candidate to be the next speaker? You have 2 minutes.
I believe that I am the best speaker because, firstly, I am new, and some of you may see this as a disadvantage, but I don't, because I have a fresh perspective on how the Senate runs and everything, like all the holes that we need to fill. And I think that the longer that you are here, you kind of forget those holes, especially for newer members. So that's one of the reasons that I think I'm best fit for this role. Secondly, I am very good at conflict resolution, and I'm very good at communication. I'm very clear. I like to think that I'm very concise with what I say. So I think that connecting with each of you, I would be able to connect you with resources and different people that would help you solve your issues if you needed them. And as far as conflict resolution goes, I think that especially in this time of uncertainty within the school environment, I think that sometimes there can be miscommunications and sometimes there can be differences of opinions. And I want to provide as unbiased as possible between the Senate and the cabinet to be able to solve disagreements that arise and things that you may see as a problem or that are miscommunicated. So Yeah, thank you so much.
Chloe, same question to you for 2 minutes. Why do you feel you are the best candidate to be the next speaker?
Not to bring this up again, but I am currently a cabinet member, and so I believe that that is my strongest suit in running for this position, is that I do have the perspective of both Senate and cabinet, which are the two groups that that the speaker must work between. But in addition to that, I am a very, very open, very communicative person. I love helping other people out with any issues that they might have. You know, I'm an open book. I am a good listener and a good advisor at the same time. And I really value the connections that I've made with people simply on our ability to really freely and openly communicate with each other. And so I believe I am the best candidate for this role because I have such strong interpersonal connections with people, and I will be taking the time to individually connect with every single senator, as I've said before, and whether that is simply listening to concerns that someone may have. You know, being on Senate can be a very stressful position, and so even just talking about what it's like to be a senator in general and any concerns that may come with that is what I'm free to talk about. But also advising on issues, you know, and that is not just in relation to communicating with cabinet, but also, again, issues that might arise just from being a senator. You know, any confusion, any problems, I am here to iron that out for you guys because I do want to be a resource. Being a senator, I felt a little nervous and scared sometimes. You know, I really wish that I had more people that I could talk to who were fellow senators like me. And so that is ultimately what the speaker position is about. And so I am here to be just a guaranteed helping hand for all of you guys and just complete open communication for the ultimate goal of not just bettering you all as senators, but bettering Senate as in general. Sorry, I'm not sure if that made sense.
Thank you, Chloe.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, so that's gonna be our final question. So now, candidates, we're gonna move on to closing statements. As a reminder for closing statements, both of you will start off with a minute and 1.5 minutes, and then also we will give you 60 seconds, a little wave at 60 seconds when your time is up. For closing statements, we're going to start for Crystalia. You have a minute and a half.
I believe that we as a Senate can become a united front that is full of communication and transparency, and that's everything that I value. My vision as a speaker is very simple. I want us all to be empowered to speak up and share our opinions and share our goals with one another without fear, and I want us all to be empowered in that sense. So that's all for my closing statement.
Chloe, your closing statement.
As a closing statement, I would really just like to emphasize the power that senators have as servant leaders, and I believe that as speaker, I will be able to best empower the senators to do their jobs as a peer, not as an advisor or a cabinet member, but as a peer, and a peer that can especially, you know, help connect the senators with cabinet to make sure that things are running as smoothly as possible. I was really excited to see some of the legislation that was passed this year and the different things we've gotten done. And I can't wait for that to continue in the future. And again, we have been through a bit of a tumultuous time in Senate, but I am absolutely looking forward to next year. I think we are going to have a great next year. I think we have a really nice cabinet lined up. We're going to be seeing not only stability, but a lot of really important change. And so I want to be here to make sure that everything is running as smooth as possible without interruption, and I would just like to make sure that I'm here for all of you as a resource and someone to talk to. And again, thank you so much for Crystalia for debating with me, and yeah, thank you guys so much.
So, debate done. Now what we're gonna do is y'all are gonna vote on speaker. So I do need a motion to enter the voting procedure. We can just vote? All right. Well then, we're gonna take the two candidates out and y'all are gonna vote. So, go ahead.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the results are in. And now your 2025 Speaker of the Senate is officially Speaker Crystalia.
Hi guys, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm excited to start this next semester on the best foot possible, and I want to do everything that I said I would. I want to connect with all of you. I want to be good with all of you, so as soon as that's possible, I will make it happen. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Crystalia. Oh, this microphone is loud. All right, y'all. That is that. We are going to transition now over to reports. Once I move this thing. That's okay. Oh, thank you. All right. I don't have anything. So, O'Brien. All right, we're actually gonna skip. Kylie.
Just a quick good luck to everybody on their finals. Also, if you filled out the form for seniors, if you're graduating and you have not come get... Okay, if you haven't come to get your cord yet, you can come get it after the meeting. This is just great. Hey, we're out the bay, out the bay.
Who's next?
Me.
We'll run more smoothly.
Oh, Leslie's got a nice thing for y'all then. But Leslie!
Hold on, there we go.
Surprise! We never signed officially the proposal for the funding request for the major projects fund usage. So right now we're gonna do that. So Alex, if you want to bring it over. Woo! Woo! Clap! Man, Jungwoo, what the heck? Oh, okay.
I didn't know,
Do you want us up there?
It's almost like the agenda.
Yeah, they're all sitting here. Like, literally.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have a pen.
Wait, don't sign it yet. Just like pretend that you're signing.
Okay.
Please give us a moment for our photo op.
Thank you.
Can't go a meeting without a photo op.
Oh, you're the only one getting your picture. Yay.
Yay.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah, get
Oh,
going.
yep.
Still confettiing.
Should I pretend or like actually sign it?
Switch the slides so it's not like confetti on everyone's faces.
Okay. Okay.
It's so great. It almost looks like the screen is glitching.
Wait, so why is the confetti going up?
It's
I don't
going
know.
down and it's going up.
Yeah.
Both.
Anyways, as we're signing this, just wanted to also share the departing words. This major project fund was something that Henry and I worked on, and it is something that we think that will benefit all students, not just students in the Senate. We're currently working with facilities to see if we can get a plaque, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, construction, they said that they'll probably start it after the semester ends, just because with the Metallica concert and with commencement going on, facilities kind of has their work cut out for them for the rest of the year. But hopefully, once you all come back in the in the fall, you'll be able to see this new crosswalk and use it, and tell your friends that USS helped put that in its place. But that is really kind of it. I hope you all have a great year. I leave you all in good hands.
We signed it, y'all.
If anyone hasn't met Thomas yet, sorry to call you out, Thomas, but this is the next Board of Visitors representative. I am in full confidence that he will do well in the role, and if you all have any concerns or any issues, I'll be in the role till July 1st, I mean. I still serve the June meeting. So I have one more constituent report to deliver, and then Thomas will take over for the August meeting. But this has been really fun. Before this year, I had no idea what USS was. So I learned a lot, and I learned a lot from you all. So keep advocating, keep making change, because it does happen. So, do you want to say?
No, you nailed it.
I'm so excited we had this year, and I'm super, super excited for next year, and I think we're gonna just keep improving as a Senate. Anything? No?
Sorry, we like him just
Yeah.
Attendance code, y'all. Is that what the code is? Last one, exclamation point. All right. O'Brien.
Does it work?
All right, y'all. I'm not gonna drag this out long, but Presidente gave me a little bit an opportunity, so I took it. Thank you, Presidente. But really, before I say anything else, I want to take a little bit, because it's a little special for me specifically, right? This chamber here for the past 3 years, every single Tuesday and Thursday of my college career has been spent in this room, in these spaces with the same people since freshman year. So it's very, very, very full circle. We did some historical things today. Elected another speaker in 2025. And so in thinking back 3 years from now when I joined this body, I remember I was a first year student, probably with more questions than answers. I was curious, I was eager. Yeah, I was a whole lot of naive, I know, Kat, you don't gotta say it. But I never imagined I'd go down to serve 3 terms with you all, alongside the most brilliant student leaders that this university has ever seen. But here we are. And what a journey it's been. Y'all not gonna make me emotional, y'all not gonna do this. Y'all looking at me so deep. But in my role, we just have the privilege of working with so many of you. And this university, we've worked so hard to make sure this university just look inclusive, but feels inclusive in spirit. And I've seen firsthand what happens when we together speak truth to power. And when we advocate for those not just in the room. And when we dare to imagine a university that sees every student as worthy, valued, and powerful. Now, for the past 3 years, I've grown in more ways than one, and have you to thank. Each and every single one of you had an impactful role in my development as not only a leader, but as a person. You all challenged me, you all pushed me, and above all else, you all continue to remind me of the weight that the oath of this office carries. And that advocacy is not meant to be easy, and this job is not just for anyone. But it's that those that really have a dying passion to serve and endless resolve that make this campus the best damn campus it can be. And so over the past 3 years, we all have worked together to pass 3 RSEs. We created the role of the speaker together. We created the role of tenured members together. We even rebranded our DEI office together. You all didn't make it easy, but you made sure it was right. You all made sure that no matter what, no matter when, that the precedent will be that everything that comes out of this body must be done right. For the past 3 years, I've seen this chamber set the precedence of excellence and stand for nothing more. And for that, I thank you. Now let me be clear, leadership is not always about passing the most impressive resolutions or for having the loudest initiatives. Sometimes leadership is showing up just to listen when no one else does. Sometimes it's looking at others when you're barely standing. Sometimes it's being willing to plant seeds for trees whose shade you never sit under. That's what you all do here. That's what you showed me was important. I've seen in this chamber through triumph and tension, through applause and opposition, I've seen us disagree fiercely, I'll tell you that. And that in that same moment, when we can disagree, we can also break bread together in the same hour. That's the beauty of our student government. That's the beauty of our USS. We are not perfect, but we're persistent. We are learning leaders tested in real time, sharpened by one another, and bound by shared love for each other. Now let me get to the ending of this quick. As I transition out of this role, I'm reminded something. Legacy is not what you leave behind, it's what you leave with others. So to the outgoing senators I have the pleasure of going with for the past few years, look around. Seriously, look around. Enjoy the fruits of your hard work, of your advocacy, of your persistence. You have laid the foundation for that will come after you. And for that, you should be proud. So for that, I'm applauding you. Cabinet. And the script have like a lot of T's at the end of it, so I'm not gonna do all that. Kat might be mad at me for saying this. But I can truly say for after all these years, thank you for being what I consider to be the best cabinet I've been a part of. Each and every single one of you, don't stop it. Each and every single one of you came to the Senate through a different avenue, yet have this unwavering commitment to make it the absolute best organization it can be. We have disagreed, yet we have never broken down as a team or as a unit. And for years to come, that will be what sets this cabinet apart. Alexander, I love you, dog. You truly are the best definition of a servant leader, and thank you for being the best partner and even better friend. You have redefined what it means to be a leader, and thank you for showcasing that each and every single day. So one more time for Alexander. The next generation of senators, this chamber is now yours, all yours to shape. So be bold, be thoughtful, be unapologetically driven by purpose. Don't chase titles, but chase impact. And never forget the students who entrusted you with their voice. I love y'all, man.
Gonna make me cry. Oh my god.
Ryan, where was the Rally House shout out?
Oh, yeah. May 14th, there's on the mic, yes. May 14th, there's a new sheriff in town. That's called Rally House. So May 14th, the best store in Blacksburg. Come and open up. You're seeing the new assistant manager. Come and say what's up to him. Store manager, 40% off, we got you. I'm joking about the 40% off.
Off, if I'm off the clock. All right. Next reports. Directors, any director reports? No. Advisor reports, Kat, you got anything? Dang. For real. All right. Last public forum of the year, y'all. Last chance to share whatever you want to share with Senate and whoever's watching the live stream.
Wait, can I say something? Sorry, I hate to do it. When's the last day? Tomorrow is the last day to submit your April office hours. Make sure that you do it. Make sure that you write all the work that you've done for USS so you get credit, and Emma can get that underway to be graded. Other than that, that's it, guys.
And the banquet counts. So you can use
Yeah, use the banquet.
for those who came.
Yeah, if you came. I didn't see some of y'all there. All right. Public forum, last call. You don't even want to say goodbye to me publicly? Like,
I was gonna shed some tears up there, y'all.
all right, last call. Anybody?
We'll go home.
Hold on, I'm not done. All right. Well, no. All right. Before we adjourn, I just wanted to let you all know, I've given like 3 farewell speeches in the last week, so I'm not going to give you all that again. But I do just want to say, after being here the last 4 years, I really do appreciate y'all, and it's been an honor and a privilege to serve in this role and in all the roles I've served previously, including as a senator. Fall of 2021 is when I started as a senator. Some of y'all are like, he's really old, and I am actually. I'm really old. But actually, I did have a little life lesson last week I wanted to share with y'all. So some of y'all may know that I also work in the Vice President for Student Affairs office in Burris, Dr. Francis Keene's office. So I'm a student fellow in there. So I'm sitting in there one day last week, and in comes this man, and he's got so much energy, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? He's like, hello, I want to see the Vice President. And I'm like, what is going on? Well, it was Dr. Frank Shushock, who was actually the Vice President before Dr. Keene was, and he's now the president at Roanoke College. So he came into the office like, I was intimidated and scared, honestly. It was very scary. So he came in, and he is talking with people. He's hugging people that he saw. And eventually he gets to me. He's like, so what do you do here? And I'm like intimidated. I'm scared. And I just say, oh, I'm just a student fellow here in the office. He's like, no. He like comes up to me. He's like, no, you're not just a student fellow. You are a student fellow. So I think a lot of the times when we introduce ourselves with people, we're just like, oh, I'm just a senator. I'm just a student at Virginia Tech. I'm just a cabinet member. But we're not just. Because sometimes I think we just have to take a moment and look around, just what Ryan said. Look around us, but kind of encapsulate in your mind where you are. I try and do this every so often. We are here as students on this campus for, I don't know if you all knew this, but this was the only school that I applied to because I really wanted to go here, and thankfully I got in. But for a school that all of us, I'm sure, really wanted to go to, we're here. And we're not just here as students, we're student leaders. Every single person in this room is a student leader, right? We made the choice to say, you know what, I'm going to take the initiative to run for Undergraduate Student Senate, the student government, because I want to be a voice of change. I want to be in the room with admin, with other student leaders, and actually create change that's going to enhance the student experience for everybody on campus. That's what all of us are here for, right? And sometimes it can be really hard. There's definitely days where, I know me personally, it's a slog to get through. But every so often, I just think back and I'm like, 5 years ago, if I was in the position that I am now, looking forward, I would think that is the coolest thing ever, right? It'd be the coolest thing ever to be a senator, to actually have the opportunity to talk with Tim Sands. I mean, he's like we think of him as like a god, right? And now we're all chill with him because he comes in here, he goes to Hokie Day, we see him all the time, right? I mean, I just take a moment to really say, I'm not just a student leader, I'm not just a student fellow. I am a student at Virginia Tech, and I am a student leader at this amazing university. So I just want to say I'm so proud of you all for all the work we've gotten done over the last 4 years, and this year, I will definitively say that this year was the best year for USS. Kat, do you agree? All right, I won't adjourn it. But I'm gonna say that this was the best year for USS. We got so much done, and that is thanks to y'all. So when I leave, I'm not gonna be totally gone, because I'll still be in grad school here. So if you do wanna email me, hit me up. But I'm so excited for what you all are gonna do next year. It's gonna be incredible. I don't know why he's laughing behind me. All right.
Madam Speaker, please rise. Because we just elected our ingoing one, which means we have to recognize our outgoing. Before we all clap, I need to tell you all a few words about this speaker right here. Madam Speaker has been in this chamber for how many years? Too damn long. 4 years? 4 years?
3, 4.
You have been here to also lay the foundation that we all see. And also, I just have to say, in working with you every single day, I think me and Alex have let you down in some different ways, but as a speaker, you have always had the commitment, I think perseverance to ensure that your coworkers and other senators are always being well represented. Every single time you're coming to me and Alex, always with their perspectives, and that has never changed. Whether you're engaging in the Senate meeting, you have given the perfect role model of what it means to be a senator. And so thank you for your service.
Before we adjourn, I just want to recognize everybody who is leaving. So if you are leaving USS, you're graduating. Could you stand up, please? I know a couple of y'all. Yeah!
Been standing all day.
All right. Salute to y'all. And I know, Katie, I'm going to shout you out especially too, because Katie was in the first USS picture that we had, right, on the Sepsiboris. So Katie's been here all 4 years too, so salute.
It's still on the website. It still is.
It's still on the website. Salute to y'all. All right, y'all. Anything else?
Oh man, that gavel. I'm here for the last time.
I don't have a gavel. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. Then this meeting is adjourned.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Thank you so much. Have a great summer. Don't be a stranger.